The United States and Canada share the longest undefended border in the world. Over 5,500 miles of deep economic ties, family connections, shared ecosystems, and occasional political friction. But today, that relationship is under unprecedented strain. Sensational headlines claim, Canada just boycotted all flights to America. Is it true? Why is travel collapsing? Which industries are suffering? And what comes next? In this video, we break down the real reasons behind the massive Canada-US travel collapse, the consumer boycott, the route cuts, the airline restrictions, and the ripple effects hitting both countries. Before we start, make sure you subscribe and comment your thoughts below. Here we go. Number 1. Sharp decline in flights and AMP bookings. The viral claim that Canada boycotted all flights to America is an exaggeration, but what is happening looks almost identical to a boycott. According to data from OAG, travel bookings from Canada to the US for April to September 2025 have collapsed by 71% to 76% compared to last year. Example: March 2024 bookings for April travel, 1.2 million. March 2025 bookings for April travel, under 300,000. Right arrow, a 75% crash. This dramatic decline is consistent across May, June, July, August, and September. Airlines have cut seats, but nowhere near enough to match the collapse in demand. Routes reduced only 1.6% to 3.5%. Yet 320,000 plus seats have already been removed from schedules through October. This mismatch shows just how severe the drop truly is. What's causing the collapse? Political tensions and harsh rhetoric from U.S. leadership. New U.S. tariffs on Canadian goods. Travel advisories warning Canadians about increased border searches. A weakening Canadian dollar. Growing geopolitical uncertainty. Number 2. Consumer boycott and AMP, economic impact. The idea of an official boycott is false, but a consumer-driven boycott is absolutely real. How it started. In early 2025, Canadians began avoiding US-made products, then quickly expanded the boycott to travel. Triggers included new tariffs from the US, political insults toward Canada, travel warnings from Canadian authorities, social media campaigns urging Canadians to buy Canadian, travel Canadian. Surveys now show 60% of Canadians plan to avoid the US entirely in 2025. Travel agencies report 40% fewer bookings. Up to 20% of pre-booked trips have been cancelled. Economic consequences. Canadian tourists are the number 1 source of foreign visitors to the US, 20 million visits in 2024. $20.5 billion spent in the US economy. Even a 1% drop means $1.8 billion lost. Current trends predict a 20 to 30% drop, meaning $4 billion to $6 billion in losses. Worst case, over $20 billion. Businesses in Florida, New York, Arizona, and border states are reporting hotel occupancy down 50% plus. Some destinations losing 80% of Canadian customers. Buffalo sales tax revenue down 7%. The U.S. Travel Association warns 10% fewer Canadians equals 140,000 U.S. jobs at risk. This is far more than a travel issue, it's an economic shock. Number 3. Airlines rapidly cutting U.S. routes. No, Canada didn't ban all flights. But airlines are drastically slashing capacity because Canadians aren't traveling south. Air Canada cuts. Routes cut or downgraded to seasonal. Montreal right pointing arrow Detroit. Seasonal routes ending early. Vancouver right pointing arrow Nashville. Air Canada is shifting aircraft to Latin America, where demand is rising. WestJet cuts. Suspended routes include Orlando, Chicago, Austin. Several year-round routes now fly fewer times per week. Why all these cuts? Bookings down 70% in some months. Canadian travelers choosing domestic or international alternatives. Weak Canadian dollar. Border friction and political tensions. Number 4. Restrictions on some U.S. airlines. Some headlines mentioned bans, but the truth is more nuanced. Canada introduced stricter carbon emission standards, and several U.S. airlines failed to comply. As a result, 6 American carriers faced temporary restrictions or loss of landing privileges. U.S. airlines argued the rules were unrealistic. Analysts suspect the move may also be retaliation for recent U.S. tariffs on Canadian exports. Impact on travelers: fewer flight options, higher prices, more cancellations and rerouting. For U.S. airlines, losing Canadian routes is a major financial blow. Number 5. What's really happening? Let's be clear. There is no total flight ban. There is a massive collapse in travel and consumer confidence. Why Canadians are avoiding the U.S. A 2025 survey found 48% are less likely to visit the U.S., only 10% are more likely to go. Reasons: higher costs, political hostility, tension at the border, travel advisories, declining Canadian dollar. Where Canadians are going instead. Inside Canada, domestic tourism is booming. Airbnb, plus 20% increase in searches. 61% of those skipping the US are traveling within Canada. Internationally, Mexico, Portugal, Costa Rica, Japan, Vietnam. Airlines are shifting planes to these routes. Economic fallout. U.S. economy may lose $4-6 billion in 2025. Border regions like Buffalo are seeing sharp drops. Canadian airlines face reduced demand. Regional airports on both sides are suffering. U.S. tariffs are weakening the Canadian dollar, further shrinking demand. The final word. The Canada-US relationship is built on geography, economics, culture, and history. From Alaska to Maine, the northern U.S. is deeply connected to its Canadian neighbor. But 2025 has brought a perfect storm: political conflict, consumer backlash, travel advisories, airline cuts, economic ripple effects. There is no official boycott, but the outcome looks very much like one. For now, cross-border travel remains at historic lows, and both nations are feeling the consequences. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon for more global travel updates. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.